some sort of response coming out of SGC. They seem like they're pretty much controlled right now.
Yeah, SGC have no real way of pushing out. Now these Plague Wards in the middle lane, they are level 3, but Shadow Shaman is just going to have a great old time farming them up. And actually, while I'm actually doing that, I'm missing a death there on Anti-Mage on the bottom lane. Mirana looks like managed to actually pick that off, but we do manage to catch the Mirana getting brought down. Witch Doctor was the one that managed to actually finish her off.
Yeah, an amazing paralyzing cast coming out of Golic. And, well, Trixie saw an opening on the Anti-Mage. Immediately, Arrows leaps in and gets that Starfall off to get a sneaky kill on the back of Konich. But Golic, with a brilliant paralyzing cast, I think it bounced 3 or 4 times on the Mirana, caught her at the tower and took that counter kill.
We see an Invis Room now being picked up by Shadow Shaman. So thinking about initiating there on Venomancer. And there is, however, a ward up there by the Radiant, so they do actually have that vision watching that top rune. So they know Shadow Shaman's on the roam again. Probably going to be heading down. In fact, that's where he is heading, down towards that bottom lane. They get another ward, so at least that's one good side coming up from SGC. As far as map control goes, as far as vision actually goes, they do have a crap lot of it. However, that doesn't help you if you are a chicken as well, surrounded by serpents. And Enigma gets brought down very, very fast. The conversions realize without their master that life is no longer living, so they go back to watering the grass.
Yeah, great efficiency also coming out of EBin. It seems like every time those Mars Serpent wards are up, they use them. They don't leave them on cooldown for too long. The moment that powerful ultimate is up, it's all about using it. And EBin have got, first of all, first 2 kills, then 1 kill, then 1 kill with those Mars Serpent wards. And it just looks like Wei Sing, whenever that's ready, he's going to move out, supporting his teammates on that bottom lane with a couple kills and securing that farm for the Mirana, of course, while knowing that Draw Ranger is having a brilliant time up top. What's he looking at now? 63 crit kills on the Draw Ranger and 53 on the Shadow Shaman. The highest CS on the Radiant is 37.
It's actually quite insane. As far as the farm that Rexy's got, but not just the farm that Rexy's got, the fact that it's already got that helm up, and can you see, it is a quad pull. It is a quad pull on the top lane, which now finally Titana does bring it up, and then Rexy is going to have a field day with this, an absolute field day. If he can get every single last hit right now, that CS is going to go through the frickin' roof, and Yasha will actually probably be completed off just this. And he can keep farming it too. And even Windrunner comes in and cops 2 blasts instantly. Trying to come in, and it was the Satyrs who actually threw him at him, and he's actually trying to pull off half the creep wave off the side, which actually gives Rexy a little bit more space. And now the Radiant creeps come in. It is a massive cluster. Word that starts with F up on the top lane.
And what's so funny about this is actually that you can really see that EBin are a Heroes of New Earth team, because in Heroes of New Earth, it's very, very common to mass pull the forest and just stack it up. It's a big part of the supporting role in Heroes of New Earth. This is something I have been told. I'm terribly sorry if it's wrong, because I've never played the game myself. But I've been told that the supporting role in Heroes of New Earth is a lot more about actually
Aloe middle lane, you have to wait for
it.
a second. Ghost is currently trapped in again. It's those wards, man. Venomancer's gone again.
Using them again. Yeah, just to finish off the trail from before, apparently the supporting role in Heroes of New Earth is a lot more about stacking up the forest for the carries to farm up, and you just see EBin getting that quad spawn, as you said, on that lane just shows this is something that's a habit for these guys. They've done this for a long time in their game.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens too as Dota 2 does develop, and it's going to be great to see it also through the tournaments like our own one, the Defense, where these teams come from Heroes of New Earth, or we see some League of Legends teams, and they take what is key to the way that they like to actually play and put it into the world of Dota 2, and then watch the two of them actually combine in a way like this. SGC being one of the classic teams of Dota 1, who are just like, let's just win our lanes, and even are like, okay, let's keep our lanes defensive, keep a lot of farm happening towards our hard carry on the top, but we do it in a different style.
It's very, very true. Some different styles definitely being brought to the table here by the two teams. Important item alert, by the way. Wei Sing has got his Blink Dagger on the Rasta at 14 minutes together with Arcane Boots, so all those kills have
middle lane, the
off.
Gale's going to go, the stuns as well. Actually popping off the ultimate there by Ghost. He does get either shocked. Ravage does pop off from Twister, trying to get the kill here on Villic. He will successfully do so. In fact, Shadow Shaman will run in through the rear and actually get that kill. He does actually have that Venomancer Gale on top of him, which actually looked quite funny with the bottle charges for the animations. But they do get that kill in the middle lane again for the Shadow Shaman, and also the deny for the tower.
Yeah, but still the first tower of the game has now fallen, and it did go in SGC's favor. Quite surprising, considered how much they've been dominating in this early, dominated, I meant to say, not dominating. dominated in this early game. They still managed to pick up the first tower kill. Well, got denied, but the enemy tower fell, right? 7-1 is the score now. Witch Doctor's there.
Is it chicken? And there goes the next set of wars. They only just came off cooldown. It's wondering where it's going. Ledge hold of it! Oh, it's in a beautiful position. And the wars unable to actually focus fire down Ghost enough to bring down that Venomancer again. But Dement, he's just been chilling on that bottom lane. And just at the right time, middle lane. Ulti, boom.
Yeah, she also at the right time there with Lich. And of course, when you have those levels, the level 7 so you have the level 4 Frost Blast and the Chain Frost. Oh, as Wei Sing is going to go for another one with the Frost Blast coming out of Dement there for the last hit. But yeah, just the power of Lich with all that spell damage at this point is huge, and a great Chain Frost coming out of Dement. Now 9-1 the score, as Sully is now. Yeah, they might have to use that Windrunner to come back into the game, but that just means Drow Ranger is alone on top, and she's just pressuring that tower hardcore right now.
And Drow Ranger actually, after this tower goes down in basically 80 gold, has herself the Yasha completed 15 minutes in with the Helm, Treads, the Ring of Basilius, as well as a Yasha. That's a lot of money. EBin on the bottom lane. Trixie's about to be brought down. Crash just with one last slice of the blades. Gets the last hit. Was taking a lot of damage from the tower and did the wise thing to actually blink back past the tier 1 tower, or else Lich would have actually got that Frost Blast off. But at least Anti-Mage getting a kill there on the Mirana. That's a bit of a crucial kill for any form of comeback later on this game, especially for the Anti-Mage. But there goes that tower.
He definitely needs some farm. But as you just said, the Drow Ranger capitalizes on this situation by taking the top tower, has the gold for the Yasha, has the Helm of the Dominator, and even some additional gold on top of all of that. So has a huge farm. Kranich is very, very far behind here. I'm
just going to ask too, Sin, we might have to actually restart the call if you call me back, man, because you are currently going robot on me.
I'm going robot on you. All right.
Hey, now you're good. Now you're good.
Good now. All right. Magic transformation. Interesting thing as well that I noticed that we might want to point out is that both Mirana as well as Anti-Mage have gone for phase boots, which is...
Enigma. Oh, Enigma. Shocked up. Shadow Shaman. One more shock should do it. In fact, one more last hit's going to do. He's unstoppable. He is, however, getting stunned and just either shocks the rest of the conversions down, which stops the damage happening to him. Dement was there to actually help out. But Shadow Shaman going toe-to-toe with Enigma very, very easily.
Yeah, he's, of course, very strong at the moment with all of the farm he's got. He's level 13 and has a lot of spell damage himself.
Gale, Venomancer turned into a chicken. The wards are dropped again. Wish Doctor wants to come in. Another Ether Shock goes on the Venomancer. Wish Doctor trying to get close enough to actually farm up those wards, which he's actually doing with, well, it's 2 hits per ward. But we'll give him that ever so needed gold for the Radiant side. Even Venomancer is now coming up, but the smoke is there. It's a trap. Farm my wards and die. It's actually the Mirana ultimate, sorry. They get one with the Tidehunter Ravage as well as the Starfall. Venomancer and Wish Doctor actually go down. Arrow tries to fly, but the creep wave coming up at the right time saves Windrunner from what could have been a horrible, horrible death. Was already slowed by the gush of Twister. But there's currently 4 heroes for EBin on that bottom lane. Everybody but Dro, who's now farming up mid after taking up the top.
Yeah, good use of the Mirana ultimate there. It's going to give them two kills as well as that tower. And yeah, well, they're going to try to, as you said, farm the middle with the Drow Ranger, and they've got a firm grip on this game right now. 12-2 the score. We'll see if they can get some good wards out to try to contain the Radiant side right now so that they don't get a chance of a comeback. But when you look over the CS, man, just look at it, and look at the gold graph. Almost 10,000 in a difference at 18.5 minutes. They're almost 50% ahead. They're actually 50% ahead on gold. In less than 20 minutes.
It is actually nuts. I've just now to see my graph actually update to just over 7.5. I was like, okay, 10,000? Really? Am I that far behind? But that is actually updated now. They have about an 8.5 grand advantage. But that is a lot. I'm really impressed. And I know after we have seen a couple of teams, that we've seen some teams come from well, not LoL, from World of Warcraft want to compete. We have seen some other combination teams from Heroes of Newer that want to have a go. EBin, I think, was actually... Were they the ones in the BenQ tournament? Because I remember they had a really, really poor performance in the BenQ. Or there was a team from Hon who had a bad performance in the BenQ tournament.
I'm not sure. I don't think EBin was a part of the tournament. I might be wrong, though.
I'm now just loading up my ever so reliable match ticker from the tournament. Actually, no, we didn't actually have one in there. In the meantime, Roshan just got down. But I still want to give props to EBin. Like, EBin have really come into this game. It's their first game of the defense, and they've set a very, very high standard for themselves. I really am interested to see how they go when they're pushed against like teams like SK. That's why I really wish they were actually playing DreamHack, not playing for the Hon competition. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how they go later on this tournament.
And as I said, knowing these guys from having practiced against them some games, they are really, really on a high level and should not be underestimated. These guys can compete with the best teams of Dota 2 right now. And you just see how they're controlling SGC at the moment. It's not just something you do, and these guys have a complete grip on the game. It's very rare that you see SGC struggling this hard. They're being completely owned on all lanes, and you just see the control continuing. 2 kills coming off here, another one from the Rasta. Oh, actually only 1 kill. They got the kill on Enigma there, caught him out. And yeah, just before that, while you were finding out which team was playing in the tournament, we had Wei Sing on the Shadow Shaman taking another kill up top, solo killing Anti-Mage. Something very few heroes are capable of, but Rasta being one of them, when he has this big farm, blinks in hexes, drops all the wards, shackle, and you've got the Ether Shock, so tons of damage. And,
it's perfect timing. Like, he did that on that top lane. In the meantime, Anti-Mage actually getting a kill on Marana in the middle lane. I think Trixie is the only one to have actually died for his team. Yeah, all 3 deaths actually do go to Trixie. But as far as... oh, okay. I cannot pause, but the players can. There's something I want to talk about, like Shadow Shaman went down instantly towards the bottom lane. If they didn't actually lose Marana in the middle lane, it wouldn't have forced Rexy to actually go back in towards the mid to TP in there. But he walked from the top down towards the bottom, scouting out. Enigma was down there, get a kill on that, and then be ready. And it was about 20 seconds before his wards were about to come off cooldown. He was about, I don't know if you can actually see when I draw on the map. I can't actually draw on the map when we're actually in pause mode. Damn it. But it was basically halfway between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower in the bottom lane with 20 seconds to actually go before the wards came off cooldown with Dro Ranger pushing, and it was like already, I know, kill on top, move down through bottom, check out their neutrals, and then down the bottom lane at exactly the right time, 90 seconds it takes, and then ready to push down the tower. The timing, the momentum is just perfect from them right now.
Yeah, there's just not much more to say. They're pulling off a magnificent game right now, EBin, and SGC are on the back foot. Already since the laning phase at which they were at a disadvantage, you already saw the gold graph heading towards EBin, and SGC just haven't been able to respond in any way. They've been dominated on all 3 lanes, completely locked down. SGC, when you look over the hero kill death stats, we've got 4 deaths on the Venomancer and 5 deaths on Enigma. Neither of them have even been in a kill yet at 21 minutes. This is not how SGC usually